Welcome to our channel. Today we diving into the world of rare valuable. Flowing hair dollar, 1794 to 1795 first federal U.S. dollar coin. Silver, 90%, composition large, 3940 mm, designed by Robert Scott. The Susan B. Anthony $1 coin to replace the bulky Eisenhower dollar. It's small, 26.5 millimeters, copper nickel clad, with an 11-sided inner border. 2000, golden color due to manganese brass cladding. Obverse, Sacagawea carrying her infant, designed by Glennagood Dacker. Reverse, a soaring eagle by Thomas D. Rogers. The James Buchanan $1, a modern issue from the Presidential Dollar Series. Golden coloration, manganese brass. Minted in 2010 with different finishes, proof uncirculated. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar. The first circulating half-dollar struck in a copper, nickel-clad rather than silver composition. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964, following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963. The obverse was designed by Gilroy Roberts and the reverse by Frank Gasparo. From 1965 to 1970, the coins were struck with 40% silver. Starting in 1971, the U.S. Mint eliminated silver entirely, switching to a copper, nickel-clad composition, outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel over a pure copper core. The 1971 coin marked the definitive end of silver in circulating U.S. half-dollars, a pivotal moment in modern coinage. Produced at Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D-mint mark, with massive mintages. 1971 Philadelphia, 155.16 million. 1971 Denver, 302.10 million. Special proof strikes for collectors. Struck in San Francisco, S-mint mark, 3.22 million. Due to their high quantities, most circulation coins are fairly common and trade close to face value, while proof versions are more valuable and sought after. A. Common circulation pieces. Worn, circulated typically worth only around 50 to 60 cents face value. Uncirculated MS-63. MS-65 valued in the modest range of $2 to $12 depending on grade. High-grade gem, MS-67, and above rare, but commanding. Prices can range from $75 to over $300. One MS-67 sold for $336. According to some sources, MS-66. MS-67 examples may reach up to $1,600 or more, especially if certified. Lower grade proofs, PR65, or so generally valued around $5 to $15. High grade proofs, PR69/70ths, especially deep cameo worth much more, often $50 to $200, with exceptional examples commanding up to several hundred or even thousands. PR70 examples may fetch $50 to $75. One proof sold for as much as $12,000. These variants can elevate value dramatically. Variety/error description typical value range. 1971D on 40% silver planchet. Transitional error. Up to $13,000. MS-61 sold for $13,000. Double die obverse DDO. $50 to $200 plus VF/MS levels. Missing FG on 1971S, no FG variety. $20 to $100 plus. Off-center strikes. Clip planchets. Wrong planchet, typically $100 to $1,500, depending on severity and specifics. Top-graded business strikes. MS-65 plus. Up to $2, $900 or more at auction. Grading by services like PCGS or NGC is essential for determining precise condition and unlocking full value. High-tier grades, MS-65 and above for business strikes, PR67/68 plus 4 proofs, are relatively scarce and much more valuable. These grades offer market confidence and transparency, turning regular pieces into premium assets. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar stands as a key transition in U.S. coinage, both symbolically and materially. First year without silver. Issue struck in copper, nickel-clad composition. Massive circulation mintages make average coins common, but condition proof status and errors drastically influence value. In standard condition, most 1971 halves are worth just face value or a modest premium. Uncirculated gems and select proof examples carry notable collector premiums. Unique error varieties, especially those with silver planchet mistakes, can fetch sums of thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. In 1972, this Eisenhower dollar commemorates both President Dwight D. Eisenhower and the Apollo 11 moon landing. The obverse features Eisenhower's portrait. The reverse shows an eagle landing on the moon with Earth in the background, designed by Frank Gasparo. Coins were minted at Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D., and San Francisco S. The 1972 S coins are silver-clad, 40% silver, intended for collectors, not for circulation. Philadelphia and Denver issues were copper-nickel-clad and entered circulation, though many still survive today. Philadelphia-issued coins exhibit three distinct reverse types due to variations in the Earth's geographic depiction. 2. Type 2, struck with a proof reverse die by accident, making it much scarcer. The Earth appears more detailed. Type 2 coins are the prize key variety due to their rarity and collector demand. Type/mint circulation versus collector condition impact. Philadelphia, all types. Circulated in collector, many were poorly struck. High-grade survivors are valuable. Denver, D. Circulated similar trends. High-grade examples attract premiums. San Francisco, S. Silver-clad collector only offered in uncirculated, blue pack, and proof brown pack sets. Value highlights, circulated versus uncirculated/high grade. Philadelphia, no mint mark. Type 1, circulated, $1, $4. Uncirculated, MS65 plus $800, $2, 000. Auction record, MS66 $7 for $75. Type 2 scarce. Circulated, $15 to $25. Uncirculated, MS65 plus $100 plus. MS66, $7, 000. $14 for 100 record sale. $14,400 in 2022. Type 3, circulated, $1, $1.25. Uncirculated, MS66 plus $5, 000, $6, 000 record, $5,880. Denver, D mint mark. Uncirculated, MS67 plus values up to $15, 000. Notable auction, MS67 plus sold for $13, 200 in 2023. San Francisco S. Silver-clad, uncirculated, blue pack 14 to $3,500. Record auction, $3,680 in 2011. L. Proof, brown pack typically worth slightly more than uncirculated, depending on grade. High grade, deep cameo coins are especially premium. Clip planchet errors. Value ranges from $40, $400, depending on depth. Double die errors, obverse or reverse, can fetch $6,000 plus depending on severity. Silver error. Though rare and not 1972, some 1977 Eisenhower dollars were accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets, worth up to $21, $600. Not part of your 1972 collection, but good to know. Historical and collectible value. Celebrates Eisenhower and the space age. Variety scarcity, particularly Type 2 and high-grade Denver D. Issues are rare. Condition sensitive. Most value comes from mint state coins. Details like toning, luster, and strike quality matter. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was first minted in 1979 and continued through 1981, with a revival in 1999. Designed by Frank Gasparo, its obverse features a right-profile portrait of suffragist Susan B. Anthony, while the reverse depicts an eagle landing on the moon, a nod to the Apollo 11 mission. It marked the first U.S. circulating coin to depict a real woman, recognizing her pivotal role in the women's suffrage movement. Though minting commenced at the Philadelphia P, Denver D, and San Francisco S mints, public reception was poor. The coin's nearly identical size to a quarter led confusion, and many businesses refused it. As a result, circulation fell far below expectations. Despite over 750 million pieces minted in 1979, usage was limited. Production was halted in 1981, though a resurgence occurred in 1999 primarily to fill a vending machine gap before the new Sacagawea dollar debuted. 1979 saw a significant output from three mints: Philadelphia, P360 million, Denver, D288 million, San Francisco, S109 million, plus 3.68 million proofs. These coins vary in rarity and collector value, depending on mint location and die type. A. 1979 P narrow rim, far date, versus wide rim, near date. Philadelphia strikes exhibit two obverse rim varieties. Narrow rim, far date common, with the date set farther from the rim. Wide rim, near date scarcer, with the date situated very close to the rim, more valuable, especially in mint state grades. San Francisco proofs come in two forms. Type 1, filled S mint mark appears as a blob, more common. Type 2, clear S sharper, better defined mint mark, rarer and more valuable. Several rare minting errors significantly boost value. Wrong planchet errors, e.g., struck on a cent, dime, or Sacagawea planchet, valued anywhere from several thousand to over $10,000. Off-center strikes, $150 to $800 depending on severity. Clip planchet broad strikes and multiple strikes, typically valued in the $25 to $500 range. Variety/error grade/condition approximate value, USD. Common circulated coins very worn. XF $1, $5. 1979 P wide rim, uncirculated, MS 60 plus, $30 to $50. 1979 P wide rim MS 67 plus $1,500 to $6,995. Auction example. 1979 DMS 68 up to $1,950 to $10,000, few known. 1979 S regular strike MS 67 plus, $4.25, $4, $8.50. 1979 S proof type 1 filled, PR 67, $6, $40. PR 70, $50 to $70. 1979 as proof type 2 clear, PR 67, $33, $110. PR 70, $135, $150. Wrong planchet error, any condition several thousand to $10,000 plus. Off-center error 10 to 20% misstrike, $150 to $500. Clip/broad strike error, collector grade, $25 to $100 plus. 1979 P wide rim, MS 67 plus sold for nearly $7,000 at auction. Some 1979 S regular MS certified coins have fetched $15,000. Error pieces like a 1999 D dollar on a Sacagawea planchet sold for $7,762.50. Circulated. Most $1,979 change hands due to the poor public uptake. Many simply sat idle. Circulated coins are typically worth only face value or slightly more in low grades. Uncirculated. Mint state coins of key varieties are prized by collectors, especially wide rim, Denver MS68, and proof type 2. Proofs. Made exclusively for collectors, they generally stay in pristine condition and are graded accordingly. Philadelphia, P highest overall mintage, and the only mint site for the near/far date variety. Denver, D high quality uncirculated examples are rare. Top grade sell well. San Francisco, S produce fewer circulation strikes and many proofs. Key collectible varieties, fill versus clear S, emerge here. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar stands out as both a cultural milestone and a collector favorite, thanks to its iconography, limited production span, and multiple intriguing varieties. While many remain worth just face value, pieces like the Philadelphia wide rim, high-grade Denver strikes, proof type 2, and minting errors can command impressive prices, sometimes thousands or more. James Buchanan served as the 15th President of the United States during a volatile era, marked by the Dred Scott decision and the secession of Southern states, which propelled the nation towards civil war. He remains unique as the only president who never married. Later, the U.S. Mint's first spouse gold coin program needed a placeholder for him. Thus, a Liberty design took his coin's co-reverse. U.S. Coinage Acts, mid-198th century. Though no coin legislation was passed during Buchanan's term, context matters. The Coinage Act of 1853 reduced silver content in most smaller denominations to curb hoarding, but left the silver dollar intact. Then, the Coinage Act of 1857 dropped legal tender status from foreign coins, like Spanish reals, and retooled cents, pushing the U.S. toward monetary uniformity. Seated Liberty dollars, regular issue. The term $1 coin from 1857 to 1861 refers to seated Liberty silver dollars, minted between 1857 and the Civil War's outset. The 1857 Philadelphia Mint produced 94,490 of these coins, struck in 90% silver. Their rarity today is remarkable. Out of all grades, only about 1,100 survive, and only 100 in mint state, uncirculated. A mere 2 survive graded MS65 or higher. These coins often display a proof-like surface. Many were melted, perhaps for export or at the mint, contributing to their scarcity. The series remained in production until gold dollar coins existed during Buchanan's era, minted from 1849 to 1889 in 3 design types. By 1860, output had plummeted to around 51,000 pieces across all mints. Particularly rare, the 1861D Dahlonega Mint gold dollar, an estimated mintage of only 1,000, with perhaps just 45 to 60 known survivors. Silver dollars like the seated Liberty were widely circulated and often exported, especially to China and Asia, for trade until newer coinage systems took over. During the Civil War, gold and silver vanished from everyday use, replaced by paper money greenbacks. Fast forward to 2010, as part of the presidential $1 coin program. Authorized in 2005, the U.S. Mint released a coin celebrating Buchanan's presidency. Obverse, Portrait James Buchanan by Phoebe Hemphill, with inscriptions James Buchanan, In God We Trust, and 15 President 185711861. Reverse, Statue of Liberty by Don Everhart, with inscriptions United States of America and $1. Edge reads date mint marked P, D, or S, and E pluribus unum. Philadelphia, P 36.54 million. Denver, D 36.82 million. San Francisco, S proof 2.22 million. This was the lowest mintage in the presidential series, making it somewhat more collectible. Most are common with face value of $1 in circulation. Collectors value uncirculated or proof versions higher. Circulated, generally worth just above face value, $1, $3, depending on condition. Uncirculated mint state, MS60, MS65, typically $3 to $7 for P and D, slightly higher for select positions. San Francisco proof, SPR 65 around $4. Deep Cameo PR 70 reaching $32. Coin type circulation status rarity / survival estimate current value collected. 1857 seated Liberty dollars circulated and rare 1. 100 all grades. 100 MS, 2 MS65 plus extremely high, up to $100,000 plus in MS65 plus. 1861 D gold dollar rare Geographica 1000 minted, 45, 60 known highly valuable, substantial premiums. 2010 Buchanan Presidential $1 circulating collectible tens of millions minted circulated, $1, $3, uncirculated / proof, $3 to $32. The 1857 silver dollar in top condition has fetched nearly $100,000 at auction, MS65. The 1861 D gold dollar is a coveted rarity. Value data varies, but it's considered especially valuable to specialists for educational scripts or numismatic presentations. Contrast the mid-198th century silver and gold issues, historically circulated coins, rare survivors, high collector value, with the modern 2010 commemorative series, mass-produced, mostly novelty and easily attainable. Seated Liberty dollars traveled widely abroad for trade, ESP to Asia, Gold dollars circulated domestically, but were also used for commerce and melted. Survival estimates show how dramatic the rarity is, especially for 1857 and 1861 gold dollars. Even a single coin in mint state can command six-figure prices. Modern commemoratives, 2010 though theme-rich, their high mintages make them low value in raw market terms, unless in pristine or proof condition. 1857 to 1861, an era of financial consolidation, pre-Civil War tension. Buchanan's presidency and coinage context. No legislation, but pivotal mint acts shape circulation. Mintage details, melts, survival rarity. Auction records, condition grades, relative value. Series evolution, declining output, Dallenaga's tale. Rarity narrative, collector perspective. 4. Presidential Dollar Program and 2010 Buchanan issue. Historical commemoration, design credits, general mint numbers. Condition tiers and price points. Export economics of silver dollars. Paper takeover during Civil War. Gold's limited circulation, eventual hoarding. How scarcity, condition, and historical narrative drive value. Comparison. Few surviving 1857-1861 coins versus many 2010 commemoratives. Encouragement to collectors. Condition and story are key. Some old coins can double as museums in your pocket.